Yeah, I mean, I think we got off to a good start, which is what we talk about every week. Just coming out and being ready to play and getting off to a good start, which we did obviously on both sides of the ball. Statistically, it was a complete and total mismatch in the first half. We came out in the second half and it wasn't anymore a complete and total mismatch. But honestly, we felt after, I felt that way after the game, but certainly proved it even more after we watched the film the next day that we really did more to hurt ourselves with missed tackles, penalties, and just poor execution on offense than Waynesburg really did to stop us. I think the finger can be pointed at our team as a whole in the second half, rather than anything that Waynesburg came out and did to us. They had a good plan and they executed it, and they did a good job and played to the very end, obviously, but. We did more to hurt ourselves than they did to hurt us. So, those are the things we got to fix, and we talking about it now all week, and playing a complete, focused game for 60 minutes. Yeah, it obviously anytime you can run the ball, you're gonna be better. It's just it makes you more balanced. It allows you to do more stuff in the pass game, just the whole thing, and it brings another level of physicality to our offense that. Honestly, we probably really haven't had the last couple of years here. So it's great to have the O-line, like you said, just more experienced offensive line, another year underneath their belt. The tailbacks are the tailbacks. They're all good players, and obviously we're missing, unfortunately, Lawsfield to a season-ending injury. But, the other two guys, we know Brandon Hill has played a bunch for us, and Jalen Holmes is stepping in and playing very well in his role that he has right now. So it's just really, really good for our offense with what we're doing right now to be able to run the football and, then attack people on the perimeter like we can do with our skill guys. So, it just adds another whole dimension. It makes us much more difficult to defend. Yeah, no, the O-line is just doing a great job right now. They're getting coached really well and Coach Pedrati. And, again, that whole other year of experience, one more year in the weight room, just all of that goes along with playing offensive line in college just makes a huge difference. Yeah, we lost our center, before the season started, but, we had to make some changes, and, we'll always play the best five no matter who it is. Unfortunately, we lost our center, but guys stepped up, and we had to move people around, in the middle of camp, and, they stepped up to the challenge, and they've done a really nice job since then, and again, it's a credit to them, a credit to the coaching, and, really more a credit to them in the off season getting prepared to be a good physical offensive line. Just a really good player, and it's becoming, like I said, after the game to a bunch of people, that it's really even more impressive now that he's doing the last year, half of last year, and now every game this year. Everybody's gonna match him with who they feel their best cover guy is, and he's still producing and giving us production. So, it's he's just a really good competitive player. He can focus, he can play hard, he can play through injuries, a little dinged up, and he's just a really good player, and he brings that competitive edge every day, and it makes him better, it makes us better. And by the time he leaves here in another year, thank goodness we got him for one more year, he'll have every single receiving record, and from that point forward, we'll see. It'll be really hard to touch some of them, but hopefully we can continue that nice tradition we have of breaking all these receiving records almost every other year or so. We expect a good football game, like we expect every single conference game we play in. This conference there's not one team that can't beat you in your conference schedule. You got to be ready to play every single week. And Case Western is no different than that. They're a very good football team, very experienced now, and they don't make a lot of mistakes. They do a good job, doing what they do well, and they do it. They execute very, very well, and allow you to get into situations where you might make a mistake, and that's where we got to work really hard this week and focus all the time and not let them put us in a bad situation where we'll make a mental mistake. So, but they're a very good football team, very physical, very tough. Quarterback's a good player. He really hasn't been their starter, but this is his first year start. He's doing a great job. They got two tough running backs, and they are pretty physical up front, and they have a good group of young wideouts, and on defense they're just pretty physical. you know, they'll try and bring some pressure on you every once in a while and try and make it difficult for you. So, but they're very, very big up front, and very, very physical. So, you know, it'll be a nice test for our offensive line.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we got to be physical, you know, and that's what winning the battle up front is about. It's just about being physical and being ready to go. You know, we got to do our assignments and execute and be as physical as we possibly can be and match their physicality, because they're a big, strong group up front. And then, you know, they make it even more difficult when they bring some pressures and things like that to try and make it difficult for you, running the ball. And, you know, we got to take care of the ball from a ball security standpoint and be physical.